Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to check out a new game that I got from GMT off the P500, just like everybody else has. And it's called Inferno. And it's the Guelphs and Ghibellines for Tuscany, vying for Tuscany, 1259 to 1262. And it's half done by Volka Rumka and Enrico Acerbier. I hope I'm saying it, Acerbier. I hope I'm saying it right. But let's take a look inside and see what's included in this game. Okay, well, first off, you can't help but love the cover on this thing. Really some nice artwork here. And there's nice artwork on all of this series so far. And this is the Levy Campaign series of games. This is volume 3 here, and this just came out this year, so it'd be 2023. And let's look at the back here. We have some examples of the cards that are played. This game has what's called treachery cards, which are a lot of fun. I was lucky enough, I got to sit down with Volka at the San Diego Historical Gaming Con, and he went through this game with me and actually another YouTuber, Hissy Cat. So we got to play against each other a few rounds of this, and it was just a lot of fun. Of course, I probably forgot everything on it, so when I pull it back out, it'll be all brand new. But this is Tuscany 1259 is when this is, and this is a point-to-point play. You get 117 by 22 mounted map, 175 wooden pieces, 108 playing cards, 3 full-color counter sheets, 15 lords and battle mats, 1 Lord sticker sheet, so there are some stickers that you have to put on these little wooden pieces here. So you have 4 player aid sheets, 2 screens because this is a hidden setup type of game, rule booklet, and background booklet, which they really include some really good background on this, which is really good because I have no clue about these type of battles here. So this is wonderful to have the background to read. 6 six-sided die. 1 to 2 players, 3 to 4 hours. Complexity is about a 5, and I'd say that's about right. And solitaire suitability is a 7. And here's some samples of some of the counters that are included in there. So let's take a look inside. And of course, this is GMT's nice thick boxes, 3-inch box it looks like to me. And so the first thing we see the rules of play. And the rules of play, and I'm just going to go through these real quick. I mean, you know, there's some reading to go on here. Summer of Inferno from Averad and then Nevsky. And introduction, game board and map, and a glossy stock here, and some good 3-color, really deep color pictures here, actually. And the cards. So as we go through here, we see the layout of everything. Disband, muster. You have to muster your armies. So basically, you muster your armies, and they vow to serve for so long, and you have to try and accomplish everything you can while they're serving for that period of time. And these are all your lords and knights. I guess mostly lords, I guess it would be. So on page 19 here, page 20, and then coming on here, supply, other commands, and then we get to the credits. So you got about 25 pages of rules, but you do have a lot of openness to it. And here we have some scenarios. So we have one scenario here, another one, looks like another one, here, here, and here. And it looks like we have a third scenario, yes. A nice picture of the map on the back, and then keys to terms, key term index here to find stuff. So nice rule book. And here's the background book. The background book is really good. Quick start on strategy, solitaire play, explanation of play. They give you a lot of information on how to do all the battles and different things in the battle mid-game. And then the campaign history, on banner, Art of War notes at page 33. And designer notes on page 55. And developer notes, select the sources, counter sheet, manifesto. So manifest, so you can see, make sure you have everything. And it goes up to 64 pages in this one. So a lot of good information, a lot of information about play too. So strategy, how you should do the stuff, examples, explanation of play, solitaire play, how to set it all up, and really just a wealth of information here as you go through the game. And you even have some of the pictures and really some good layouts. God, this is really nice actually. Well, I see I'm going to have my reading cut out for me. History, and gives you all the different main characters and talks about their areas. Developers notes, really good. Art of War. And then here's your list of pieces. Make sure that you have everything. And here is our stickers to put on for our lords or commanders. And some nice artwork, you know, really done up nice on the little binder sheets there that you put up so that your opponent cannot see how you set up or where you set up everybody. And that does make a difference. And then we get into the player aids. And you'll be referring to these a lot as you play the game. You'll be looking at these to see what comes with who, and you know how you set up each person. And you got the front and the back here. And let's see, it looks like that's the only one. And then revolt, treachery, and the treachery cards really add a kind of an excitement or an unknown to the game. Commands here, and these are the different commands, and these are actually two that you're going to be working through all the time. Most of the time is you're going to be going through all of your commands here. Boy, this is bringing back memories, and it's only been a few months. Forces that you have, your strongholds, and it's really tough to get somebody behind a stronghold. I found that out with Hissy Cat. Battle and storm, and sequence of play. And this is just identical. Then we have our first counter sheets, and you see that we have square ones, round ones, and ones that don't need any clipping. Of course, I will be clipping these. And we have a bunch of different size counter sheets here. So for those of you who tune into the channel, you'll see that I'm going to have my work cut out designing some 3D trays for this game, that's for sure. And here's your lords, all your lords here. And, well, actually, these are the stuff that they can muster up for the lords. And then your coin, your provender, loot, carts, ships. You have ships here. And then we get to the map, which the map is really quite nice on this game. And before we show the map, let's look at the player cards here. Now these are, each of your lords has a card, a play sheet, and this is where you're going to keep your army and muster your army, keep track of your coin, provender, and carts, and the rounds and your forces, and I'm sorry, route. That's a route. Hard to see upside down without writing. But when your forces route, you put them down there, and they can come back or they can be eliminated. And you have a lot of them. They're pretty thick cards. And here's your attack and defender. This is your battle card here. And so you can see that we have, and all of your lords have a crest here, and this is what you're going to be sticking on top of your little pieces there that represent each one of these lords here. Hope I'm saying it's still lord. I hope it's still lords in Italy. I would think so. And here are your 6 dice. And I like the colors on these dice here. They're pretty nice. And then this represents your army and your different. These are going to be your lords here. The big round ones, and you can put a sticker on there. And then these are each one of these represent cavalry, foot soldiers, archers, things like that, knights. well, knights are what we had in the levy, in Nevsky, I should say. And then you have your command cards for each side. And these allow you to pick which lord is going to be activated as you go through your turns. So in our case, we had 6 turns, and I would pick 3 that would activate, and then he would pick 3 that would activate, and you'd mix them up. I think you had 6. You had 3 of them, and then you had 2 of each. And as you flip it over, you would move that person. So you could only move one person twice, and then you have to move somebody else, or you just move each one of them and then come back and rotate through, whatever way you want to do it. And then last, you have your Art of War cards. These add some plus and minuses to your lords and give them extra power, extra die roll, or extra pieces that are going to help them out in battle or hinder them in battle too. And then inside one of these, there are some treachery cards. Not sure which one, but we'll save that for a little bit later. But the treachery cards basically are just going to tell you that you have to do a certain thing, or that you can, cause issues with something. Maybe get into a castle a little bit easier, or have them rout a little quicker by treachery. So it adds a fun aspect to the game. All right, so here's your map. And it doesn't have a big footprint as far as the map goes. The map isn't super large, but when you add all of the cards and the player aids that go around it, you do take up a little bit of space here. But as you can see, it's point to point. And you control certain areas there on the map, and then of course your opponent's going to try to take those areas away from you or take them over. And up here at the top we have our turn track, and you see that it's spring, summer, autumn, winter. Autumn, winter are close, spring is 2, summer is 2, autumn, winter, close, spring, 2, summer. So you have more time in the spring and summer to do stuff, in the winter and autumn you don't. And when you muster up your lords or different lords, what you're going to do is you're going to get their card, and you're going to place a time here where they are going to leave the game. So you have like you might have spring and summer with somebody, in autumn or maybe winter they have to go back and start attending their crops and taking care of their little castles and areas. And you can see that we have their symbols on their hometowns or their home poor places, their home castles or home villas. Okay, so that was a very quick unboxing of Inferno. And again, this is apologize that I can't give you more or better information on the time frame in these battles, because this is a type of, this is a game that I know nothing about, but I know that in playing this game, I'm going to learn quite a bit. And also they have banners here, and that banners have a special significance here, and that can win. The banners are very important in the game. I remember that. I don't remember exactly how, but they do get involved with the game quite a bit. But that was a quick look at Inferno. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and we'll see you in the next video.